So you get hired at Sunset. Obviously, you know of Beach Boys, Pet Sounds, The Doors. Did you work on any Doors sessions?
I did actually. One evening, Bruce got sick, and so I sat in for him one evening with Rothschild and Jim and the other guys doing some stuff, just a simple overdub or mix down, something like that.
Do you remember the rat story?
I do remember the rest. Okay.
Please run us through that real quick.
Oh boy. Well, what happened is I was in those days as you walk down the aisle to Studio One, the shop was on the left side.
Uh huh.
And then you'd walk down in the studio, move to the left, and that was. So I'm in the shop doing some maintenance work. As I recall, I was working on a patch bay or either soldering it or unsoldering it.
Yeah.
And I kept hearing through the walls, "People are strange when you're strange." It was just going on and on and on. And well, I like the guys; they're wonderful people. Their music just didn't groove to me. It was not my kind of music.
Yeah.
But when you're doing a job, you're there to do a job. So I'm in the shop, and so I turn up my radio a little bit more so I hear a different kind of music. And all of a sudden, Bruce pops his head in and says, "Hey, listen, we're going out to dinner, and there's a weird sound in the chamber. Something very weird is going on with it. Would you take a look at it?"
There's a
And I
smell.
said, "Yeah." So he shuts the door. No, just a sound. There was some kind of
Oh.
clatter going on in the chamber as they were trying to record. So they leave, and I go in there, grab a flashlight, and open up the thing, and I'm looking around, and there's water on the floor about like this. And I look around, and there is a rat that is dead. And I moved it, and it must have just died within the last 10 minutes because it was still, you know. So I went in there and I looked at it and I grabbed it by the tail and I picked it up and I walked out, shut the door, and I'm looking around for something to put it in, a bag or something. So I walked over and I believe I laid it on the seat of the piano bench or something like
Ray
that.
Manzarek's piano bench.
Yeah, and so I walk out and the phone rings. And I pick up the phone and I'm talking on the phone to whoever it is, and it totally slips my mind. And I just go back in the shop and I start, working. And about 20 minutes later, I'm in there again with my radio going soldering. And Bruce sticks his head and he goes, "We're out of here." I said, "What do you mean?" He says, "Well, the the guys came back and there was a rat on the piano, and they're freaked out." And I went, "Really?" That's weird. So he shuts the door, and I went, "Oh shit!" I forgot to go back and get that rat and toss him out. But
Unbelievable. The Lizard King's freaked out by a rat?
apparently, over the years, I guess it made quite a big uh, impression on the folks. But and again, I don't know. See, I wasn't doing any drugs in those days. That was one of the reasons why Tootie hired me, because that was not one of my things. But who knows? They might have been high on something uh, uh, and freaked them out. I mean, if I was high and saw something like that, I'd probably get freaked out too.
Yes.